There's a cat that's been misunderstood for centuries, feared by some, worshipped by others, and to this day, still the last cat picked at shelters, even though they might just be the most loyal, most magical cats alive. I'm talking about black cats. And today I'm going to show you 18 facts about them that almost nobody knows. Facts that will make you look at that midnight colored fur completely differently by the end of this video. If you've ever loved a black cat, or if you're a sucker for the underdogs of the animal world. Do me a favor before we start. Hit like for every black cat still waiting for a home. Subscribe if you're new here, and tap the bell so you never miss a video from KittyHarbor. Alright, let's dive in. Let's start with fact 1. And it's a big one. Black cats aren't actually one single color genetically. There are at least 22 shades hiding underneath that coat: chocolate, rust, smoke, all masked by a dominant gene called eumelanin. That's why, in bright sunlight, some black cats show a ghostly tabby pattern called ghost striping. Next time your cat is in direct sun, look closely. You might discover a secret pattern you never knew was there. Here's fact 4, and it might break your heart a little. Statistically, black cats are adopted less often and euthanized more often than any other coat color in U.S. shelters. Some researchers call it black cat syndrome. Nobody fully agrees on why. Some blame outdated superstition. Others say it's because black cats photograph less distinctly in online adoption listings, making them easier to scroll past. Either way, the cats themselves have done nothing to deserve it. Now let's talk history, because fact 8 completely flips the bad luck myth on its head. In ancient Egypt, black cats were considered sacred, associated with the goddess Bastet, protector of the home. In parts of the UK and Japan, a black cat crossing your path is actually considered good luck. Not bad, especially for someone who's single, according to old folklore. The bad omen reputation largely traces back to medieval Europe, where black cats were unfairly tied to witchcraft, a myth that, sadly, still lingers today. Here's something for the science lovers. Fact 11. The same gene responsible for a cat's black coat is linked to a stronger immune system in some studies. Researchers have found that black cats may have a slight biological advantage in resisting certain viral infections, possibly because the gene mutation responsible for their color sits close to genes that regulate immunity. Nature, it turns out, may have given black cats more than just a striking look. Let's talk personality, because owners will tell you this over and over. Fact 15. Black cats are frequently described as some of the most affectionate, people-oriented cats out there. Anecdotally, shelter workers often note that black cats tend to bond fast, follow their humans from room to room, and settle into new homes with surprising ease. If you have a black cat who insists on sitting directly on your keyboard while you work, that's not annoying. That's devotion. Here's a helpful tip every black cat parent should know. Fact 17. Because dark fur absorbs more heat, black cats can be more prone to overheating in the sun. In warmer months, make sure they have a cool, shaded spot indoors and always keep fresh water nearby. It's a tiny detail, but it makes a real difference in their comfort. And finally, fact 18. The one that always gets people emotional. Shelter volunteers often say black cats form some of the deepest, quietest bonds with the people who choose them, almost like they know they were overlooked, and they never forget who finally saw them. That's the real story behind black cats. Not bad luck, just good hearts wrapped in a color the world still hasn't fully learned to appreciate. So tell me in the comments, do you have a black cat? And what's one thing about them you wish more people knew? I read every comment, so let's hear it. If this video pulled at your heartstrings, you'll love our next one. Why shelter cats choose their forever person, true stories. It's the perfect follow-up. Give your black cat an extra cuddle tonight. They've earned it. Thank you for spending this time with us at KittyHarbor, where every whisker has a story. Stay warm, stay cozy, and I'll see you in the next video.